Salaki, I was trying to turn the power save mode on. But anyway, you're going to have individuals like this that's going to go against basically the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and lean upon their own understanding. And as it says in Proverbs 3 and 5, you're supposed to lean not unto your own understanding. And if you're of the Lord's elect or the Lord's people, his chosen people, all right, the Israelites, aka the prophets, then you wouldn't be saying, madness like this. And ultimately what it boils down to, this individual probably, got offended. He got certain people in the world that he still conversate with, most likely which are heathens, especially the white man, because when it comes down to the so-called Caucasian race, our people love to try to put them in the loop. Our people love to try to save and rescue Esau Edom. All right, not knowing and not understanding that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai does deal with nations. And out of all the nations in the family of the earth, the Lord has chosen us, the Hebrew Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indian descent, so-called Haitians and Jamaicans. And the precept for that, before I go into Matthew, Amos 3, all the tribes are guilty, all the tribes of Israel. Amos 3 and 1, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought from the land of Egypt, saying, ye only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities, because the law, statutes, and commandments were given to the Hebrew Israelites. And because the people, which are us, broke those laws, statutes, and commandments, the Lord put us in hardcore captivities, bondage, and via the curses. All right, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. That's how you know and indicate who are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, man, and to this very day. But going back to that individual, RingoTV, ultimately, like the elder apostle said, he is not of the elect. He doesn't truly understand the Bible, because at the end of the day, this same individual said he don't want to be part of that cult, that religious cult. All right, he says that he's still going to teach prophecies and, be a follower of Christ. But the only ones that were followers of Christ were of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And even in the video, the nigga said that he's gonna, he represents or follow after, roughly paraphrasing, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So if you're coming in that power, Jacob's name was turned into Israel. All right, and this what happens, like I said, first and foremost, a nigga with dreads, man. All right, all that feminine shit, all that emotions and, vain opinions that you have, instead of just rolling with the program of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And he probably got rebuked in some harsh manner or whatever the case may be. But hey, I'm pretty sure it was a righteous rebuke. And then on top of that, man, hey, we all need rebuke, and we're fucking men at the end of the day. And if it bothers you that goddamn much, you pull that certain individual to the side, talk about it, and move the fuck on. All right, and serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, being servants of the Lord. Yes, we have men over us. Yes, we get rebuked. Yes, we get chastened. But at the end of the day, we serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And we are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And for this individual that don't want to believe that, hey, you got the answer to the Lord. Because at the end of the day, the Lord is coming back to rescue his chosen people. All right, the elect of the chosen people, Israel. So for you to say, just imagine, the Lord going to ask you, hey, what do you identify as? I'm a follower of Christ. Zap, you're dead. It's just that fucking simple. A follower of Christ. Like I say, man, people of the world and people that come into this truth and really, fall out over simple shit, man. And I will always say, you know, the Wadi Habashim Yahweh Kahalayam La Yahabashim Yahweh Bashim Rakakwadah, that I'm still holding on in this truth, man. Because yes, it does get hard, it gets frustrating, you know, but you got to find the time and the balance of being a servant, man. And at the end of the day, that's what it costs. You know, you got to count the cost, and this is a clear indicator that this individual did not count the cost. The RingoTV fella right here, he did not count the cost. All right, you can watch Elder Apostles the Hard video to see what it's really going into, but it's numerous of examples of Israelites or men like this that once came into the truth, all right, came into the fold, but went back or draw back from the plow. You even have certain Israelites that know that they're Israelites, but are afraid to come out and to teach and preach on the highways and byways. But meanwhile, they want to make rebuke videos, getting on our elders and the elders that they probably learned from, so on and so forth, being basically novice in this truth, young, you know, as the old people say, young whippersnappers that's still wet behind the fucking ear. All right. And like I say, me personally, I'm still young in this truth by you know, being, you know, spiritually and, you know, physically and mentally, man. I'm still young. And like I say, I learned this truth ever since I was a young teenager, but it's still a whole lot of room of growth and developing. All right. 'Cause that's what it's all about, you know, being this new creature in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, man. And we have to count this truth, you know, worthy. Here we about to enter into the Pesach, and to the best of our ability, the Passover, you know, we're going to try to hold it down. And then, you know, sadly for me, it sucks because I'm on the way to the fucking plantation. That's another reason why we need Lord Yahweh Shah to redeem us and rescue us so that we may be in the kingdom of heaven and serve and represent Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah in all righteousness. All right. But on this side, the only righteousness is our faith, because the laws, hey, we fucked that up. And Yahweh Shah died for the sins of Israel, starting off with the elect. But yeah, man. And like I said, that individual that was just on the screen gonna be the same individual that want to, you know, teach people truth, you know, prophetic scriptures. You know, hey, what about the death and destruction of America? What about Zechariah 13 and 8, 13 and 9? All right, what about the Lord coming back to redeem Israel? Matthew 10 and 5. All right, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, not the lost sheep of the house of the followers of Christ. You have to, like I said, man, but at the end of the day, these are individuals that got offended. They got emotional. They got in their feelings. You probably got a heathen of a wife, maybe. And hell, her black ass might be an Israelite. That's a lot of reasons why a lot of people stop serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, because they find out through the spirit, or they just got that feeling that their significant other may not make it on the chariot. Hell, you may not make it on the chariot. And that's you being a so-called Hebrew Israelite. Well, that's you being a Hebrew Israelite. And I also want to get this scripture in Matthew, because this is also a way of always remaining humble and low in this truth. Matthew 7 and 13, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and a few there be that find it. All right, we got to stay on the straight and narrow path of serving Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, being hated for this truth, being, you know, a so-called loner, you know, other than being amongst, you know, the brotherhood and, you know, fellowshipping here and there. But really just sticking to yourself and being to yourself, because hey, the evil days are here. And it's just best for your mental state to just be to your own self, man. Real talk. Verse 21, not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Many will say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. All right, and that's gonna be a cold shoulder, you know, in the day of wrath and destruction. All right, certain individuals that stop doing the work, you know, certain individuals that ran across certain prophets and brothers. Like I said, certain individuals that ran across brothers in this truth. All right, that tried to, you know, get along with the program, but it was something through the spirit that the Lord always kept a separation from that individual. That's why we have to be counted worthy in the true blessing to really have this truth, man. I know I do, man, because at the end of the day, like I said, I ain't shit, man. And I'm not worthy of a lot of things, but I still want to try. I still want to serve the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to the best of my ability, even if it means death, you know? And that's what's coming down the pipe sooner or later, man. It's Matthew 13 and 11. I'm going to close out. Lord, will I do a part 2? Verse 10, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given, because they were blinded. And ultimately the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua chooses whoever he soever will to have his word and doctrine and in truth. So until next time, I'm going to close out by saying Kahalayam La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that teaches the truth. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect scattered abroad. All right, mainly in Babylon and Great. Until next time, I say Shalom.